This is the Field of 68 After Dark. If you're watching on YouTube, if you're watching on Twitter, please share, please hit that like button, please leave a comment. All of that stuff really.
And we're going to be on Sirius starting. Tell them we're going to be on Sirius starting Monday.
I was about to get to that. Can you let me finish my reset, please? We're going to be on Sirius XM, 11 p.m. Eastern time, every single night during the college basketball season. It's channel 84, the ESPNU station. All right, guys, we had 6 teams that were ranked lose to unranked opponents, and that does not include Oregon, who is currently up 30-19 at number 5 USC, who is probably the most overrated team in the history of college basketball right now. By the way,
I said that too. I said that a while ago. Thank you.
You did. So the 6 were Oklahoma State beat Baylor, Northwestern beat Michigan State in East Lansing, Arkansas beat LSU in Baton Rouge, Kansas State beat Texas Tech, Marquette beat Seton Hall, and Mississippi State beat Alabama. So let me ask you guys this, not including USC, because I think we all kind of agree there. Who are you most concerned about, Jim, out of that group of teams that I just mentioned? And you know what? Let's throw Baylor out. We just had a long conversation about Baylor.
Yeah, we can throw Baylor out, but I'm still going green. I'm concerned about Michigan State, man. That team, like game after game, they look pretty uninspired. They haven't figured out the offensive pecking order at all. You get a cold night from Max Christie, and suddenly they lose to Northwestern without Pete Nance.
Right.
This is that Northwestern team that lost at home to Maryland in overtime. Like, that is not a great loss at all. And they'd almost lost at Northwestern. The High Point game wasn't really impressive. Like they've just been struggling lately. I was really high on them coming out of the Atlantis tournament. I was like, okay, Bingham's the shot blocker, Walker's emerging as point guard, but they haven't really been able to put it together. I know the unscripted guys can probably speak to it more, but Jeff, to me, that's the team that it has the most alarm bells going off.
Yeah, I guess I felt like this was the Michigan State we thought we'd see. Maybe not one that would lose at home to a Northwestern team without Pete Nance, but a team that wasn't going to be ranked 10th. Like, I don't think anybody thought before this season, we thought they would be winning 9 straight and going all the way to number 10 nationally. You know, at one point, really after the Champions Classic, Rob, we talked about this in the hallway. We were like, they don't have a star. They don't have a point guard. How good can Izzo make this team? What's the ceiling for this team? Might be, yeah, maybe he gets in the Sweet 16 because he's Tom Izzo. But frankly, there's a lot of holes with this team. And I do think it starts with taking care of the ball. And again, point guard play, like Tyson Walker, he was decent. I mean, he had 8 assists, but
you know what the biggest issue is? They don't have that dude.
Well,
right?
we know
like,
that. Yes.
Yeah.
We know that.
And that can really limit you in a game where, like, Northwestern played well, man. Like they were tougher than Michigan State in this game. And they were, believe it or not, they had a good game plan defensively. They were able to kind of take Michigan State out of what they wanted to do. And they didn't have anyone, Michigan State that is, that could go out and make a play, especially on the perimeter. When your offense is, all right, let's throw it into Julius Marble and see what happens. Like, that's when you know, like, yeah, you know what, we might be kind of limited on the offensive end of the floor.
And they
no
have a lot of those.
To Julius Marble.
Right.
No,
right.
See that? I just said something wildly disrespectful. No disrespect to Julius Marble.
So you learned.
If that's your guy,
you learned from me. You learned from me how to disrespect a guy with basically the precursor that I'm not disrespecting you, but I really am. I'm sorry. You know,
it's all about the caveat. Yep. It's all about the caveat.
It's terrible. But you're right. You're right. Like, this Michigan State team, throw them in a hat with, you know, Ohio State and some of those other, you know, I think we can admit Purdue and Illinois right now look like the class of the Big Ten. And then there's probably 5 or 6 other teams. Well, maybe not now, because Maryland's certainly not in that group where we thought they were in the preseason. But, you know, there's probably 4 or 5 other teams that you could throw in a hat and on any given day. I want to see what Ohio State looks like when they get a healthy Justice Suing back. That's what I'll say. Because
are they?
That's Is that
at
happening?
some point? Yes, I think they will sooner rather than later. I think he'll be back here in the next couple of weeks, and all they need him. Let's face it. What's Ohio State going to be? They're going to be a 4 to a 6 seed probably at the end of the day. So come March, as long as Justice Suing has had a month, if he can come back by February 1st and have a month before he starts to play in the Big Ten tournament, they'll be fine. They'll be fine.